Okay, so today is April 28th, which means I've been regularly hitting the gym for about 2 months. 42 days to be more precise, 21 days in April, 21 days in March. Like a lot of people, this is not my first gym membership. I've had several before, but they never worked out very well. All got cancelled at the end. But this time it's different. It's been pretty amazing. I don't know if you'd agree with me, but this in 2 months, I'm pretty impressed by myself. So my secret is, it's gonna sound really weird, but I'm just gonna say it. My secret is to learn a foreign language. You'll probably be thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? To learn a foreign language, what does that have to do with workout? Well, what I mean by that is I applied many of my language learning principles into my workout, and they made a huge difference, which means bigger, stronger in a shorter span of time. And here are some of the principles that I applied. I used to set goals for my language learning, like I wanted to be able to do this and that, so I needed to do this and that in order to achieve my goals. But because my goals are so far away, like every moment I spent, I felt short of my goals. I found myself in a state of nearly continuous failure that I hope will be temporary. And this feeling of being inadequate wears on me. In time, they became heavy and unbearable, and burnout quickly sets in. And before I knew, I was already out of the game. But sometimes I did get lucky, so I would succeed and I would celebrate and feel good about myself for a couple of days. And then very quickly I realized I just lost the thing that gave me purpose and direction. And I felt empty until the next goal pops up. I re-enter this cycle of permanent pre-success failure. In a nutshell, with goals, it's never sustainable, which, by the way, is the reason why a lot of international students' English ability got stuck the day they passed the TOEFL or IELTS or whatever test they took, because there's no reason to keep on going anymore. So I knew if I only set goals for my workout, I'd eventually fall back into my old pattern and give up at the end. I needed something else. I needed the opposite of goals, something that would make me feel good every time I do it, instead of reminding myself, oh, you're not good enough. So what was I looking for? I was looking for a system that can support me to do it on a regular basis, that will increase my chances of success and odds of happiness. Not goals, because goals are sort of a reach it and be done sort of situation, like I achieve it and that's it type of thing. Anything in our life, big or small, if you want to succeed on it, you need consistency. So goals are set to fail, which explains why everybody has goals, but not everybody is successful. So this time, I did not set any goals before going into this workout thing again. But instead, I told myself, hey, you know what? You gotta build a system around it so that you can do it consistently. And that's exactly what I did. It panned out pretty well. I hit the gym every afternoon, same time, same routine, 5 days a week. I don't think I ever missed a day. That's not because of injury. Each time, I felt like I made something happen, got a little bit better, instead of, oh shit, there's still a long way ahead. And so far, it's been pretty amazing. It's been great. I overachieved by not setting goals. So again, you don't need goals. Goals are for losers. You need a system. The first day I went back to the gym, it was pretty intimidating. And remember, this is not my first rodeo, but it's been at least, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years before since the last time I set foot in one. I felt like, I wasn't familiar with all those sort of equipments, and I kind of forgot how to bench press, which I probably did because I got injured the first day. Very embarrassing. So I went back home feeling defeated, and you all reminded me the fear of speaking English. And I knew that if I measure myself against some unrealistic, extremely high benchmark, it just, crushed me. But what I learned from my language learning experience is I don't need to be good. I only need to be comfortable of doing the things that I can. So I spent the first 2 weeks using super lightweights, you probably love that, to familiarize myself with all this equipment, my routine, my exercise, and make sure my forms are spot on, are correct. And 2 weeks later, I'm totally in my element in the gym, and I looked like a guy who knows his way around there. And that's all I need. I don't need to be good. I only need to be comfortable. As long as I'm comfortable being there, I'll keep on doing it, coming back, alright? I don't worry about progress or growth too much because I believe it's just a matter of time. So don't judge yourself because the whole process of learning is basically deliberately making yourself look like a fool, look like a stupid idiot. The most important thing is feeling comfortable of being one, but not give a fuck about it. If you can do that, you can probably do anything. I was a pretty dumb student, yeah, honestly. But I knew that very well myself, so I tried really hard, studied really hard to bridge the gap between me and those smart ones, but the result wasn't very pleasant. In the gym, I was also a very hard worker. I was the type of guy who would do push-up and some other stuff in between sets. If I can do like one more rep, I would try to. I'm this type of guy. Very annoying, but that was just me. And what I learned from my language learning experience is sometimes less is more if you know how to do it right. So this time I decided to change my approach. I decided to do less, but to go all in. And that means when I train hard and focus. Only do weights that I can only do 4 to 6 reps. If I can do 7, that's too light. If I can't even do 4, that's too heavy. And I progressively try heavier weights every single week. It worked out like magic. Starting out, I couldn't even do free weight to chest dip. Now it's just easy breezy lemon squeezy. I got better results, and I got better results not by doing more, but actually by doing less. So less is more really rings true if you know how to do it right. So these are 3 language learning principles that I apply to my workout routine, which worked like magic for me. There are more to it, like resting, diet, which I couldn't emphasize how important they are. It's also very interesting to see how lifting weights charges my life, and I can't wait to apply these things that I learned at the gym into other aspects of my life. Next week, we'll talk about money, how to get rich, and how that relates to language learning. Pretty exciting about that topic. So until next one, bye.